Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I'm Mysterious JG. And I'm going to continue from my last save game. So that's how I do. So last time we were sort of on our way to do some New California Republic stuff, although really our true goal is to aid Veronica. And Helios 1, Poseidon Energy. I guess Poseidon Energy is like the Helios 1 is their facility, so I don't know. There's gotta be some kind of high-tech super place around here where I can get some T-51 whatever power armor that isn't faction related.
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
Okay, Nelson's back in their hands. I hope we can defend it this time. This guy didn't really have stuff to say after all. Why you, Junkman Stan?
Can't wait.
I figured you'd have something to say. Decide what's up. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm going to go adjust the sound a little bit here because it's kind of soft. That might be too loud. And I don't know whether this impacts how it sounds to you or not. Yeah, I figured the head of the caravan would be somebody I could talk to.
Got raised to the ground.
Yeah, by me, because I rule. Alright, Camp McCarran entry. Animal Friends perk does not include death claws, unfortunately, because apparently they're not animals. I don't know. We're all friends here, right? He's pointing at me like, you, like I'm Hulk Hogan, or he's Hulk Hogan and I'm an enemy of his. Ooh, we're hidden. We're detected. We're hidden. So we'll steal their grenades to sell back to them later, but not if it... I mean, at least karma in this game... Excuse me, in this game you lose karma, but you don't, like, the NCR doesn't hate you if they didn't see you stealing it. Yeah, I guess if we're just interested in doing this thing for Veronica, we could follow the quest markers, but... Lieutenant Gorobets?
I heard you killed Driver Nafai. My team would have liked to get a shot at him, but we're still glad he's dead.
Don't know who that is, but tell me about NCR First
They're
Recon.
the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye from 800 yards away, you call us. Some of my team aren't
I'm a
without their
pretty good
share of
sniper
scars,
myself.
though, like Betsy and Sterling.
Tell me about Saren.
Cook, one of the fiends, ambushed her and 10 of spades. They both managed to escape, but not before Cook raped her. Betsy shrugged it off like it was nothing, but her behavior keeps getting worse. Always making passes at every woman who wanders by. It's inappropriate for anyone at First Recon to behave that way. I could discipline her, but I'd rather she get medical help.
How about both? I can talk to Betsy about getting medical help for her trauma if you want.
I'd appreciate it. As her CO, I could order her to get help, but I'd have her agree with the idea. Corporal Sterling was an NCR ranger until he was captured by the Legion.
It's just no good anymore.
He wasn't able to be a ranger after that, but his eyes are still sharp, so I had him transferred to First Recon.
You guys totally missed what he said about this guy. Tell me about First
Corporal
Recon.
Sterling was an
what was this
NCR.
again?
He wasn't able to be a ranger.
Tortured. Okay.
They're the finest sniper outfit in the whole NCR. If you need a bullet put into a target's eye...
You got a problem, we solve it. Since you usually offer bounties on people.
Kill, yes. Whatever it takes to get the job done, even if it means hiring help from outside the military. Carry on.
My wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done.
Legion keep.
Lay your
Howdy.
career
Name's Sterling,
to
first recon.
rest.
Can't say I've
There's
seen
no
you
black
before. I'd remember
dude.
if I had.
You remember everyone who
Got a
passed
good
through
memory
here?
for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Interesting rifle you have there, lever action.
I
Right.
called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt
I'll have to
action.
steal it
but
somehow
Gore
later.
reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different. So long as I could hit my targets.
You always, we
Used
know
to be
you
a
have them,
ranger.
but let's.
One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall.
Couple
A
of
lot of
my
those
scout
rangers are dead
friends.
now. Vegas always
Amy and
tuned
Ray.
in on. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Later on, we got help from Lita and Mina. Why do you
Well,
lead the Rangers?
That wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you guys manage to escape
Caesar's
Malphite?
boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
Probably didn't feel that lucky, huh? How long have you been stationed here,
Going on
soldier?
6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk
Unless
about
I
the details.
extend. Money's pretty
Till
good,
then, we'll
and
man the
I'm trying to
towers and
finish
keep
one of
an
my
eye on the
audits.
fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us. Always a pleasure.
fight.
Keep yourself safe.
I mean, it was a pleasure. We've never met before now. So... yeah, we're not allowed to just pickpocket a super awesome rifle, unfortunately. Hello.
Hey, my man. Ten of spades. First recon sharpshooter. At your service.
It's, Crackerjack was the second in command. Who was the leader of the, hi-hats? I can't remember now. I heard about what happened to Corporal Betsy. It's fun to make fun of people with stutters.
She
You're an asshole.
told you about that? Shit, man. That's shit.
Tell me what happened. And,
It was
take your time.
my fault. See, I was knocked out when it happened. That big guy sneaked up on us. I let Betsy down.
You were unconscious. How could you have
Shit,
done anything?
You sound like the LT. I should have woken up. I shouldn't have gotten knocked out in the first place. That shit was my
Second
fault.
one, I could
I don't
see.
wanna
First
talk
one,
about
not
it
so much.
anymore, all right?
Why do you think you let Betsy down? Do you think it's because you're a
She's
bad
my
person?
goddamn partner. See, we work in pairs. We spot for each other. Watch each other's backs. Nobody
Well,
wanted
spot
to
for each
work
other, you
with
should be
me.
looking forward, but
They said I was too green, but Betsy volunteered. Shit, you don't even know how big a deal that is. She trusts her life to the newbie, and I sit here and let her get raped by that piece of shit. Yeah,
never mind.
the LT shouldn't have brought that shit up. Not with civvies, anyway. Ain't right.
Heard all about what happened to Corporal Betsy.
This again? Ain't right.
Mind. You alright?
Oh yeah, fine. Just a little stutter. Had it since I was a kid. Doesn't stop me from kicking ass.
Sure it doesn't. The temptation to be a douchebag here is strong. But we're generally being nice guys in this LP, so...
Damn right.
Goodbye. Let's see if I can save... Go in and be an ass, and then load and see what happens.
Shit. I didn't even get a shot at that Nephi bastard before he went down.
I guess I took Nephi out, but, Oh, and I can't make fun of his stutter now. Well, I can always load the, oh, we just saved in here. I could always load the autosave. Make a mad rush up to him and just be a douchebag about his stutter. See if he... I doubt he would actually turn hostile and attack, but... I know about Betsy. Didn't even talk to the guy who tells me about it. I just
Nelson's
know.
back in our hands.
I guess I took out the threat at Nelson perhaps long ago on this LP. I don't know. Oh, I guess but we were told to kill some other guy at Nelson. Am I confusing Nelson with another town? We definitely went in. We killed Dead Sea. Oh man, they're making it tough for me to find people and be douchey to them.
Nelson's back.
You're Betsy.
Hey, mom.
You alright?
Hey.
Are you sure?
No cause for that.
No cause for what?
Right. That's Brahmin shit. Lucky for you, we're on base and I can't start trouble with civvies. How about you get lost?
Okay. See, isn't that great? We made fun of a stutter and ate up some LP time doing it. Yeah.
Shit. I didn't even get a shot.
How'd you get that name? Is it because you play Caravan? And if so, I still haven't gotten around to playing Caravan.
Gorobets gave it to me. See, I wanted to be ace of spades, but the LT says, sorry kid, you're too green. So he calls me 10 instead. It's okay though. I get a few more kills under my belt. He'll move me up to Jack. Jack of spades. Sounds better, right? I keep at it. Eventually I'll make it to ace. Think I'll skip queen though.
Yeah.
Shit.
How long you been
As
sharpshooter?
long as I can remember. Had a rifle in my hand since I was 3. That's what my dad always says. Learned to shoot
Killed
on
my
the
whole
range,
family by
way
my
west of here.
steak.
Same as the LT. He's a farm kid too.
When did
they
you enlist in the
recruited me,
military?
what, a year ago? Taught me to kick even
Well,
more
dude, don't
ass
ask
than
me like I
before.
gotta know.
These guys, they really know how to kick some ass.
Got through a long sentence there without stuttering. The discussion of ass kicking soothes him.
Kicking ass. Mostly kicking ass. See, we're watching the perimeter right now, looking for those fiends to come back. When they show their faces, that's when we go to work. One shot, one kill. That's the first recon way.
There's something weird about hearing someone with a stutter say one shot, one kill. It's like he can't get it all out with one word, you know what I mean? Alright, so I haven't seen Betsy. I'm sure I'll get a chance to see Betsy again. God damn it. Alright. Unless I'm gonna just constantly load the game, it's probably not a great idea to steal around here. Thought I was hidden. I don't think I got anything out of talking to him. Well, you know, just in case.
Shit, I didn't even get a...
Betsy will probably give us a quest. You are a generic trooper. You are a generic. Can't do it all for you. What was that? Welding gun. Flint. So how come these things I can interact with? Millsap review, I believe that might be a permanent boost. Definitely more valuable to me than most of the crap around here. Oh, I like getting the stat boosters, even if they're just temporary ones. They're useful for challenges and stuff. I figured what with it being on a metal box, or just for some reason not considered theft when I take from it, it would be okay. Leather armor is heavy and it's not as useful to me as it would have been a long time ago in this LP. Yeah, there's some glitchiness here with what is and isn't marked for as theft. But, yeah, whatever.
Nelson's back in our hands.
Yes. Sure is. Mm-hmm. Hope so too. Hey. I guess, yeah, it's like a bobblehead from 3. That would have been a big deal. Is it? Is it really? Alright, let's go talk to Dr. whoever. Scientist man who's in charge of Veronica's little quest. It's not a little quest, asshole. Why is this place so freaking dark?
Something I can do.
Sitting here, the only spot with light in the whole joint. President, somebody from a previous game, probably, or possibly.
I'm usually good
not.
with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. What brings you to Camp McCarran?
Making fun of the stuttering guy. I'm here to provide support. Is there anything I might be able to help with? I'm up for hire if you need some manpower. How are things going fancy around here?
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
You seem calm considering that your men are being sent on organized bathroom
you have
patrols.
to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
With fiends. Who are the
As in
Mythbusters?
chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them, and they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen.
Hell of a thing, killing a man. You take away everything he was, everything he ever could have been. I'll go to Vault 3 and see if I can find your ranger, since I already found him.
Hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner. You hear something like a chainsaw? You found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here.
I can do that. It was weird enough walking through that whole place with the fiends not being hostile. But I can make the
I have
Legion prisoner
Lieutenant Boyd
talk.
on that already, and she's excellent. But I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
How
Could
are
be
things
better,
going?
I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. That's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they
We're here to
annexed us.
consume resources
They rake
for
in the
our
profits
own
from our
evil
soldiers,
purposes.
and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan.
Where does that leave you? You looking to conquer Vegas and crush the fact that people actually
Now
still
we're trying
enjoy
to
life
secure the
there?
strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
Everyone's waiting for you to somehow trigger plot developments. I could look into who's leaking NCR intelligence.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute...
Why don't I
trust
allow
in
you
my
as a
men, but
complete
that's just
stranger
not
to
practical
investigate
right now.
this?
Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements. And it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis
Well,
is
we
heading up
already
the
let that
investigation
old
right now.
long-winded guy
He
kill
can fill you in.
himself. He's in charge of intelligence. Anyway. What's roll NCR operations? I put a smell on you. I thought I was going to say something about smelling a rat. Put a smell on you. Talk to Captain Kent.
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the Strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here.
I think it's mostly quiet between here and the
Unfortunately,
dam.
no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
So, Reyes, the guy who killed himself, I can't remember all these names. What charge is
Everything
the
was going
NCR
according to
face?
President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers. But our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the Strip, and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam. But Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw. Bye.
Oh boy. Anything cool for me to steal in here? No, just a path into the room of ultimate darkness. Oh, it's a shut down casino. This is an Air Force base. What is it doing with all this casino type stuff? Oh, wait, it's an... Was this an air base or a commercial air
Hello.
strip? Hey, lady. Now, it could be a real douche. Yeah, these are casino stuff, though. Could be a real douche and start, I believe I would not get infamy with the NCR if I started picking off people with a silenced gun from the shadows, but... Angela Williams.
A little busy at the moment, but I can talk.
I've got people to interrogate.
This?
What is this place?
The OSI lab. We don't get many visitors. The smell puts people off, I think. Nobody ever said science would smell clean and fresh. Anyway, you get used to it if you give it some time.
Are you a scientist? You can't be a scientist, you're a
I know
lady.
I don't sound the part. Get raised by Brahmin ranchers and you never lose the twang. Drives Hildern crazy. But I know every inch of the power grid from Hoover Dam to Shady Sands. And that's what we do here. Try to optimize the power output from the dam. Some of the others are working on an agricultural project, but truth be told, they aren't making much progress. Not yet, anyway.
What's your role here? Do you know your role, and will you
Head
shut your mouth?
researcher. Mostly on the dam project, but I help out on other things when they need me. Gotta be flexible.
Do you feel like flirting with Veronica?
give you
Need help with
work?
anything?
No, that'd be up to the administrator, Hildern. He's back there in his office. Between you and me, I don't think he ever leaves. Plenty of mercs go in to see him, though.
Mercenaries?
I can't
Whatever
say.
for.
We're not supposed to talk about the research, not the details. If you're interested, I'm sure he'd see you. Nice to meet you. If you
Goodbye.
need anything, I'm almost always in the lab.
But I won't help you with anything. I'll keep telling you to go talk to that guy. He's got gloves on. That's very important, whether or not someone has gloves on in certain sneaking missions.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm
Hey.
Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22?
Not really. Nope, this is the first I've heard
No, they
about Vault
wouldn't have briefed
22.
you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22.
They're dummies.
Where to begin?
I'm
Imagine, if you
listening.
will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of
Is this
trees,
the crazy,
their branches
vault we already
waved
been to with, like,
halfway to the ground,
murder
hung
plants?
with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Nothing is impossible.
Precisely. Science has proven that truth 1,000 times over. But how many wasteland savages
Why,
believe
I might even get a
present company
girlfriend.
accepted,
Nothing's
of course.
impossible.
The bounty I describe to you is no idle fantasy. It exists in primitive form only a few miles from where we stand. We need only reach out and unlock its secret. For that, the OSI needs you.
Scientific discovery is never so simple as that. Tell me more on NPR. Sounds a little hard to believe. What do you need me to do?
Isn't it? One
Yeah.
directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives,
Guy
nothing more.
directing the
I
efforts
believe
of
that the
others. He's
inhabitants of
kind of
Vault
a
22
full of himself,
unlock
isn't
the
he?
secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate.
They're-
no one
they're
tends
now all
them.
vegetables.
No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated. Good.
All right, I'll do
No
it.
need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the
Are you
central server to
stupid?
your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Think about it, won't you? Thank you. Anything else I should know? Like, why didn't I get this stuff while I was already
thought
in
it was
there?
a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
Feel like I'm done talking to this guy. Well, it's probably time to end the video regardless. When we come back, folks, we'll let him condescend to us a little bit longer. And then I guess we got to go back to Vault 22, which we already cleared, and maybe there's something that we can now interact with we couldn't interact with before because we didn't have the quest yet. Whatever. We're doing this for Veronica, so let's get to it.